Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Wrestling here on Armstrong. Lon Wilson, Dave Carr with you, Cockerton, Pennsylvania. We've got Cache visiting the Cardinals tonight, and the Cardinals, they're going to be short a couple players tonight.
Well, there's two of their better kids are out. This Shane Peterson and a Dalton Boozer. I understand they're both out of the lineup tonight. But we'll have a good match here. Cockerton comes in with a 3-7 record, and Connie Lake or Cache comes in with a 7-2 record. So
that's right. Over the last couple of years, you and I have got to see this Cache team, and they're advancing.
They're getting better and better.
Yeah, every year.
That Carmen Russo is their coach. She's doing a nice job out there.
That's right. Well, we're going to be back. Action starting now, right here on Armstrong. Hang in there. All right, ladies and gentlemen, about ready to get started here in Cockerton, Pennsylvania. We're going to be starting off the 220 weight, which we do have forfeits coming in tonight. As we talked about earlier, Dave, we have two young men not wrestling tonight for Cockerton on top of some of the missing weights. So we'll call them as we see them, so to speak.
Yeah, well, the match is going to start at 220, and Cache has Wes Gerber. He's a senior with a 6-4 record, but Cockerton doesn't have an entry there, so we're going to start off right away 6-0 in favor of Cache.
That's right.
And then we'll be going to heavyweight, which is Austin Kelly with a 7-3 record for Cache, and Cockerton doesn't have an entry there either. So
yeah, first two right out of the gate, and it looks like we are going to.
I think we're
then probably started Burns and Pyatt.
Yeah, the first match that we'll have really will be Pyatt and Burns, right? Henry Pyatt's got a 4-7 record. He's a sophomore, and Caden Burns is a sophomore with a 3-3 record. So that's where the match will start tonight.
Yeah, formalities right now underway.
Yeah, they had to flip it a coin, and there was the first forfeit. Here comes the second one. You know, John Swervely, he's the coach here at Cockerton, and he's been down here quite a few years now. And Rick Hogue, who was a state champion at 160 pounds in 1998, is his assistant.
A lot of familiar faces on the Cockerton side.
And then Cache, their head coach is Carmen Russo. So
nice work. We've seen Cache over the last couple of years.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job.
And progressing, yeah.
Right. So here we go with the first match of the night. The first wrestling match of the night anyways. We believe it's Caden Burns against Henry Pyatt.
That's right, Cade Burns at 106, 3-3.
Cockerton's in the white uniform. There's a quick takedown already for Cache. Scores 2-0 for Henry Pyatt. He's got a nice 2-on-1 there.
A little bit of size advantage for Pyatt coming into this.
Yeah, he's much taller kid. Yeah. Since they're both sophomores, he's working hard on top there. He's trying to.
It means they're going to see a lot of each other over the next couple of years.
Yeah. Got a half there. Now he's turning him. Got to post that other arm. He's got some back points coming right here. We got the finest coming in here. Somebody. Yeah, they got the count. Got at least a 3 count there. Looks like this is real close to a fall. Referee for tonight's match is Rob Powell, and there's the first pin of the evening.
Yeah, first pin at 57 seconds remaining.
Right, so that was Henry Pyatt from Cache. He got the fall there, which he'll score another 6 points for his team. So already it's 18-0 in favor of Cache.
That's right, tough little match here for Cade Burns at 106. So
we got a little disturbance in the crowd here. I see the ambulance people came in, and I hope somebody's not too badly hurt back there.
Hopefully it's just they're here just for duty.
No, they're getting somebody.
Huh.
Okay, here we go again now with this 113-pound match. Believe it to be Shane Hoban for Cache, or for Cockerton, I'm sorry. And let's see, it would be Jason Kohler for Cache. He's a sophomore with a 3-8 record.
Yeah, Kohler, 3-8. Was that Shane? You said Shane Hoban, correct?
Yes, I believe that's who it is. They didn't announce it at the table, but
that's who I have at 113. So
do I.
Yeah, wearing a different singlet. He's in the red with white trim.
Yeah, the other kid had on a white one. I'm surprised. I thought they had to
It'd be uniform.
all wear the same uniform, actually. But
Well, it's Cochran, and we'll cut him a break out.
yeah, that's all right. Yeah.
So we got 1:10 remaining here in the first period. Still nothing on the board for either.
No, they're just out there trying to get inside position on this head-to-head tie-up they got going and field each other out here in the first period and see what happens.
Now coming down to 45.
Dropping down on a little leg there, didn't get anything.
Yeah, tried to shoot the leg, blocked nicely by Kohler. Yeah, both of them seem like a mirror image of each other
Yeah, they're
almost.
both, tall and,
size and weight.
pretty tall and slender, both of them.
Yeah. It's almost like they're looking at twins.
Neither one of them are doing too much either. So they're just head-to-head in their tie-ups. Nobody's shooting.
So Cochran lost quite a few wrestlers last year. Four starters, actually.
Yeah, Swervey does a nice job down here. He gets, with as many kids as he can get out for the team, they do a nice job. They got a good coaching staff with the Hogue boys, and they do a nice job. Yeah, there's the end of the first period with 113 pounds and no score. See who gets his choice. The Cash kid's got his choice here, and he's going to take the down position. So we'll see what kind of movement he's got off the bottom and what Shane can do on the top position here.
Yeah, neither opponent getting to the floor in the first period.
Not too much work there. He's not much movement off the bottom at all. He's got a 2-on-1 on the top, and he comes to tilt. Comes another tilt. He's just rolling through there. He's just tilting himself right out of bounds. That wasn't too good.
That's right. It was.
I thought it was freestyle wrestling.
Yeah.
And it wasn't. So they're back to the center. There's a Granby roll out for just an escape.
I get a nice point for Kohler, yeah.
One for Kohler. Now they're both back head-to-head, forehead to forehead. Just pushing each other around. Long, skinny arms just flailing away.
Yeah, I know. They're just just slap fighting right now at this point.
Yeah, well, they're both young. A sophomore and a sophomore, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you never know how much experience they had, how long they've been wrestling. So they could be pretty inexperienced kids. Who knows?
So I come down to a minute now here in the second period. 1-0 Kohler. Cash with the lead. Here in this matchup at 1:13.
Yeah, they're still just head-to-head there.
We didn't even see much shooting or.
Hasn't been any shots. So really,
yeah,
there's one there trying to get a headlock. The other guy's going to pick him up and set him back down, though. He didn't work it very good. Still no points there. Now there's two. Cochran and kid tried a little head and arm there, and it didn't work out. The kid picked him up and set him down for two. 3-0 now in favor of Cash.
Kohler with the lead now, down to 25 seconds here in the second period.
I think he's got a 2-0. He doesn't have anything on there now. He's got a gut wrench. And he's got to chop that arm down and get that kid off his base.
Down to 10 seconds now. Second period coming to a close.
Not a lot of action here. There's a sit out. There's a quick reversal. Nice sit out and turn for two reversal at the buzzer. That was a pretty good move. Tighten the score up to be 3-2 now in favor of Kohler from Cash. Cochran has his choice now. He takes the down position. He's just down 1 point. So, and then actually, Kohler's just going to let him go for an automatic point. So it's 3-3 to start the third period. They're both on their feet. You can decide just to let him go if
That's
you want.
right. Give him the point, start from the up.
Point, start. Yeah, he must feel that he's not very good on the top is what I figure. So.
I mean, a little bit of height advantage for Hogue and from Cochran, and I mean, if you will, but
there's a shot in on a single.
Yeah, but like I said, not much difference.
Back there out of bounds. There hasn't really been a good shot yet, really. But it's a tight match, 3-3. Both young wrestlers are looking at each other and trying to figure out what I'm going to do next. Either that or what's for dinner when the match is over.
That's right.
There's a nice shot down on a single.
They're down to 124 now.
Falls back. He's got a front headlock on him. He's trying to come around to the side. He's got that front headlock on him. He's got him right on his back now for 2, and he's going to be counting. He's going to be pinned here.
Boy, Kohler,
there's the
he's
fall.
got it.
I'll tell you, that's why he took neutral, I guess. He knew what he was doing on the top. So that's a pin. Worth 6 points for Cash.
Yeah,
so
Kohler.
what he got after the 113-pound match? They didn't add it up there yet, did they? I think it's 24-0.
It'd be 24.
Yeah, they didn't add it up yet.
Yeah, Kohler's going to move to 4-8. Nice work.
I was hoping these people were going to announce these wrestlers, but they're not doing it.
Why don't they do? It's always.
It's always a guess of who we got out here. They didn't move the weight class here yet either, but I believe this is 120 pounds.
I think we got Lautzenheiser.
We got Davis, who is a really good wrestler.
10-3.
He's a senior this year. Last year, not this, like in 2016, he was the Tool City champion, I think, at 106 pounds. So
yeah,
he's put on some weight and muscle since last year.
Looks like it's nothing but muscle.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough one.
Yeah, Lautzenheiser 7-3. No, not a bad year for that young man.
No, he's up against a tough opponent here tonight, though. Got him tilted already again. He's had him over on his back once. Now he's over there again. We got at least a 5-0 score. But I think the referee's still holding some points, though, until he breaks his hold. The referee's holding 2 more.
Yeah, he's holding 2 with a minute left here in the first period.
There, he gave the 2 now, so it's a 7-0 for Davis. Now here I tell you, he's a.
Boy, he's got that arm wrenched.
Yeah, he's tough. He's a tough wrestler right here. There's a tilt. Got him tilted right to his back. He got a couple more points there. He's got to break the hold though, and then he'll get 2 more. There it is. 2 more. 9-0 for Davis from Cockerton. He's giving this kid a lesson.
Yeah, he's been in the driver's seat since the start.
There's the tilt again. See, he grabs that 2-on-1, and then they just tilt him right to their back. He rolls over, and as soon as he breaks the hold, he'll get the other 2 points. So he's working for a technical fall here, which is a difference of 15.
Technical is a good word. He just looks right now, just be scientific about this.
That's right. He's got a 3 count this time. Breaks the hold. Referee will give him the 3.
10 seconds remaining.
If he hurries, well, he didn't give him the 3 yet. I was going to say if he hurries, he might be able to finish him off in the first period, but
that's not going to happen.
No. So after 1.
Yeah, 3 more back points.
Yeah, 14-0 for Davis over Lautzenheiser.
Lautzenheiser.
Yeah, he's only a freshman.
Yeah, coming in with 7-3 though.
Yeah.
Not a bad year for
no, not for a freshman
young man. So it looks like he's very fit.
He took the down position here. See how long it's going to take for Davis to. He's got that already hooked up.
Yeah, Lautzenheiser tried to roll out of that break and Davis just sat right on him.
Yeah, they got that underarm series there. Got it hooked up between his legs. And here comes the tilt, and there's counting. So this match is going to be over right now.
That's it.
That'll be 16-0. So that puts Cockerton on the board tonight with 6 points.
Yeah, getting shut out, but now they
got 6. No, I'm sorry, it wouldn't be 6. It's only 5
of the technical
fall. Yeah. So that makes the score 24-5.
And we're looking at the 126 right now. Tyler
Cash
Martin
is ahead 24-5.
What do we got here? Coming up, Tyler Martin and Brendan Laird. And Laird 11-3.
Yeah, and Martin's only 1-11. So we'll see how this goes. It doesn't look like it's going to go very well. Martin there's pretty aggressive, or Laird, I'm sorry, he's a pretty aggressive wrestler. Forcing him right off the mat. Doesn't look like Tyler Martin runs too much of this action here, really. Keeps backing up.
Yeah, down to 1:38 now.
Off
first
the mat
period.
Again. We got Laird. Keeps putting the pressure on him, and Martin just keeps backing up. There's a front headlock. Got the ankle, turned the corner there.
Yeah, it's just a matter of time, it seems, until Laird gets a hold of it.
He's got a cradle locked up there.
Yeah, he sure does.
And there's the takedown, and right to his back, and he's counting. Got a nice tight cradle in there.
I think he's got 3 back points right.
Yeah, he's got to put the head in the ribs there and try to flip him over again. Here it comes. You got to trap his. I think he's got him locked up pretty tight this time. He traps that other leg there so he can't wiggle as much. Well, he doesn't quite have it, but.
I'll tell you what, Martin's fighting.
He's fighting it, but he's in a bad way.
Look at this. Martin might get on his feet.
Yeah, well, he's still locked up in that cradle. They're going to go out of bounds.
Yeah.
So we give him 3, so it's 5-0 for Cash.
You know, Martin kept himself alive for a few more minutes anyway,
yeah, right.
for a few more seconds.
We got Brandon Laird there. He's up 5-0. Brendan Laird, I guess, not Brandon.
Yeah, so far everything pinfall. 2 pins,
it's been
Cash and 1 technical.
That's been pretty quick. Got the real dominant kids on, kids that aren't quite as experienced. And that's going to happen. Got both legs stuck in there, stretching them out, and he got a half where he had a 1 count, but that doesn't get him. But he sinks that half in there.
Right.
You can't see it too good, but he wants to get it in there and then turn his head. And he's got the other arm in a kind of a bar arm, and the referee just called a potentially dangerous hold. He broke that up. Too much pressure on the shoulder going the wrong way. So I sure hope we have these wrestlers right, because
you know, folks, we try.
We do our best, but they don't announce the names, and we have a hard time. We just have to go with what the coaches gave us, and sometimes they switch around, and if we don't know that. But I think so far we're all right.
Yeah.
We got end of 1, or yeah, the end of 1 period. 5-0 for Cash.
Yeah, Brendan Laird dominating the first period.
And it was his choice. He took the down position here. See how quick it takes him to get out of there. I bet he won't be down there very long.
Yeah.
It's nice to sit out, turn, reversal. Back into a cradle.
Up 7-0.
With the cradle hooked up. He doesn't have it hooked real good though, but now he's getting more back points right here. I'll tell you, he's a nice wrestler. He's manhandling this kid. I know there's quite a difference in experience probably, but he roll him over, he breaks that hold, and well, he didn't break it, he's just trying to readjust it. Now it's broke. So he got 3 there for a near fall. They're both up on their feet. And Blair, they go out of bounds. 10-0 for Cash.
Laird's just been just absolutely efficient.
Oh, he's very dominant.
Yeah.
He's a sophomore. He's got a nice career going. He's got a lot of nice moves there, working that cradle well. And see what he does on top here. He's got a half stuck in there with a spiral. Oh, the kid might get, nope, not quite, out of bounds. Back to the center we go.
That's about what Martin's been doing, is staying alive and keeping him out of bounds.
Yeah, he just hasn't got stuck yet. That's the.
Well, he had that cradle dug in there, though, a while back.
He got a leg ride in here. Now we're going to go cross body ride, working on his head. Get the power half going there. He shook him out. He got a point. He shook him off. He got too high.
Yeah,
Laird got too high there. And
under a minute now here in the second period. So 10-1. Laird with the lead.
There's a nice in on a single. Switched over to a double. 2 points. He's good. 12-1 now for.
It's just been all Laird, I mean, this entire match.
Yeah, the whole match. Yep.
Yeah, 24-5. Cash on the
short end of this one.
Yeah, they're in.
And they got some more forfeits coming up too, so it's not going to be a very good night for Cochran, I don't believe. But
they said losing 4 starters.
That makes it
bringing
hard.
up the young ones.
Yep.
2 of them not eligible or not wrestling tonight.
Well,
so.
yeah, I think one of them's hurt a little bit. I think one of them missed school. He's sick. You get a small school like this and you lose a couple kids for that way, and it's really hard on your program.
Yeah, it is.
He's got that crossbody in there, working that power half. Looked up the clock, see how much time he's got.
Now, if it was volleyball, they grow them out in the cornfield.
Yeah.
They just go out and pick a fresh one.
I'll tell you what, they have some good ones down here, don't they?
Yeah, I just saw a young man, Rob Chernikowski, volleyball. player out of Maplewood coaching up in Fort LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Down here now teaching in Cochrane, and great addition to this school.
Oh, yeah.
Down here, fine young man.
Right. Cochrane wrestler takes the down position. It's being Martin. He took down.
Yeah, 12-1, third period. I didn't think it lasted until the third.
No, I didn't think it would either. But hey, Martin, he didn't give up. He hasn't given up.
That's why we ask people at home, no wagering, please.
That's right. They just keep fighting. This sport of wrestling is not for the weak of heart.
No, it's not. Yeah, we haven't had any, knock on wood, any injury times yet.
No. No blood, no injury. That's good. Laird's just riding him on the top. Very, very good top rider. They go out of the bounds again, back to the center. 12-1 for Laird from Cache.
Yeah, 126 remaining. Third period of this 126 bout.
Now he's got a freestyle. He's going to start a freestyle start here, and he's just going to let him go here for one, I think. Now, you never know. Sometimes they do this freestyle, and then they try to drop down on him. But he just let him go for one there. So it's 12-2. He's looking for a takedown and some near. There's a nice single. Boy, that's a nice low single. For there it is. There
got the gut wrench in.
Yep. And now we got 14-2. If he can turn him here for a 3 count, he's got that cross body in there again, working that half on the top. And he's got him. He's almost got him turned. The referee's looking there. There we go. Here comes the 3, 4, 5. Okay, this match is over. That's a near fall to make it 17-2 for
that'll do it.
Laird. Another technical fall.
Yep, 17-2. 45.9 left in the third period. So
yeah, he did a nice job. He's a tough wrestler. Tough wrestler. So that'll get 5 more points up there for Cache.
Yeah, got to hand it to Martin from Cochrane.
Yeah.
He fought as long as he could.
29-5.
Nothing to be ashamed of there.
And now we're at, where are we at here?
132.
132.
Yeah, Dakota Koken and
Brendan Ace, I believe.
Yep.
I hope so, anyhow.
That's how we see it. That's how we're going to call it.
We got Ace's record is what, 4-9 as a sophomore. Well, I'm not sure about that either. I don't know where he is in this lineup. That must be him.
Yeah, I have him at 4-9. 4-9, Brendan Ace.
Yeah.
And then Dakota at 4-6.
4-6, and he's a junior. So this might be a good match.
Is that Cochrane? Yeah, it's Cochrane, not Koken. I got to adjust my roster here.
We got a 2-point takedown there for Cochrane.
Yeah, he's taking.
He's riding them up in top there. He's got the gut wrench on him, trying to get him off his base. There's a roll. Didn't do him any good. Now he's got him flat. Now he's got to try to work on him here. Got to get hand control in there. Get control of his hands, then he can go to work.
Right. 29-5 is the team score right now.
There's a.
Dominant.
He tried that tilt. He's got a bar in on that one side.
Better get your 50-50 where I see him counting that cash over there, Dave.
Hey, I'm ready for it.
You've won before.
Yes, I have. Hey, you can't win if you don't play.
That's right. Now the 35 seconds remaining here in the first period with Ace and Cochrane.
You got a bar in there. You got the other arm trapped. He's trying to get out. He's got a double bar in there now. He's got to step big. He's got to step big. There he goes. Has he got time? There's a count. Yep. Got that double bar in there. You got him over there for a 3 count.
Well, he's able to.
He broke it. He got in behind him again. Now he's trying to cradle.
Yeah, Ace got up into a little bit of a bridge there, enough to get himself.
We got a 5-0 score here. Did he get him 2 more? Yeah, he gave him 2 more there at the buzzer. He had him tilted there. You know, the referee counted. That was a good job by that referee, really. Most referees wouldn't have done that. So it's 7-0 for Cockerton.
Yeah, Ace having a good
Ace.
match.
Yeah, he's having a real good match. They're both on their feet to start the second period. It's head-to-head stuff there. That gets them nowhere. They gotta
Right.
Just gotta move. Move your feet. Lower your base. I see the Cash kid has a nice tattoo there on his cap. There's a nice shot in on a single.
Yeah.
He sprawled back, and now he's in trouble. The Cochrane kid stepping over his far leg, and he got 2 points. And Nettie's got him on his back to boot. He got him stretched out there. Can't see this position how far that shoulder is over there, but he's got a 3 count coming. That was a nice 5-point move. He tried to take down and right to his back.
Zach Cochrane's fighting right now.
And he might get himself a pin here.
Yeah.
That shoulder's up off there pretty far now. Well, he rolled it over.
Zach Coch, yeah, got 3.
Got 3. That's 12. I'll tell you, we might get a technical here. 12-0. Now he's got the, here we go here. He got him rolled over. Nope, he missed it.
Down to 53 seconds here in the second period.
Well, if he gets 3 more points, this one will be over.
Yeah, we're to 132.
This referee does a nice job. You see, he doesn't have to get all the way down and start counting. As soon as his shoulders are over, he counts from his feet. A lot of referees won't do that. They wait till they get down there, and then they already lost a couple seconds sometimes. This guy's doing a nice job. 20 seconds to go in the period. The score is 12-0 for Cockerton.
Yeah, down to 15 seconds right now in the second period.
He's got the bar on the one side, and it's one-on-one on the other side. He's got to step out there deep. Here we go. We could end it right here.
6 seconds.
It's over. He got a 3 count, so it's over. It's going to be 15-0. 15-0 for Brendan Ace of Cockerton.
That's right.
So that'll get Cockerton 5 more team points.
That's 2 technicals for Cochrane tonight on the winning
Yeah,
end.
that's all the points they got. 29-10 in favor of Cash. Now we're moving up to
and
somebody gave me some bad tickets.
sorry, Dave Carr is not the winner.
Somebody gave me some bad tickets.
All right, what are we settling
Okay,
in here?
back to wrestling.
145.
Yeah, 138.
Yeah, 138. My apologies.
Caleb Brown from Cockerton. He's got a 6-7 record. He's a sophomore.
It's going to Dominic Ellis, 9-3 for Cash.
And he's a sophomore also. I think we need a redraw on the 50-50. I'm going to
Yeah, we're going to have to
redraw.
register a complaint. 29-10 team score, though. Cash dominating.
And there's 2 points for the Cockerton wrestler right there. Got a nice takedown. 2-0. Minute and 22 to go in the first period. He's trying to stick in them legs. I'm not sure he knows what to do with them though, because his hips aren't in a very good position.
Caleb Brown, yeah,
He's lucky he went out of bounds there. I think he was going to lose that. That's right. I just heard the coach tell him, don't be forcing those legs in there. So now we'll start here with the Cash wrestler on the bottom. Caleb takes top. Got a gut wrench here, trying to break his. Left his wrist out there too far. Cash wrestler's got a hold of it. He's up too high on him.
That's it. If you're going to leave it out there, you're going to take it.
He's up way too high now. He's in danger of getting reversed here.
Yeah.
He's still got control though. He's coming out the back door. He's got both legs. He's got to move up off of there though. He's got to move up or he'll be called for stalling.
He might try to do
trying to break a horse here, bronco riding.
He might try to leapfrog out of there. Still has the ankle.
Still got it. They're both up on their feet.
And Brown back down again.
Well, I'll tell you, he hung on there and never did get away. Still 2-0 favor.
Yeah, Caleb Brown.
Caleb Brown, that's who we have here, right? Caleb still up 2-0.
Yeah, Dominic Ellis, 9-3 for Cash. In the down position right now.
Yep, back to the center. Blew the whistle. Wasn't a lot of movement there. He's got another gut wrench on him. See the bottom wrestler there. He's trying to get the hand control of top wrestler. Got to get your feet moving though. Get your hips up out of there.
Yeah, down to 14 seconds right now in the first period.
Here he comes up again. He's Cochran sunk down on that leg again. They're both up on their feet. See if he can take them down again.
Yeah, Ellis just can't break away.
He's given it all he has, but hadn't made anything happen.
That's going to go 2-0.
2-0 for Cockerton.
Yeah, Caleb Brown with the lead here.
See whose choice it is. Cash's choice. He takes down. Well, we'll see what kind of movement we get off the bottom here. I always like to see if these kids really move or they make a move, or man, he didn't do much of anything. This makes it that much harder for yourself to.
Yeah.
He's trying to force that leg in there again.
Yeah, we're in the second period here, the 138. Caleb Brown and Dominic Ellis going at it right now from Cochran and Cash, respectively.
Got a cross body ride in there, trying to grab that arm. If he can get a hold of that arm, then he'll try to put it up over his own head, but he's lost his hip position. Now he's got it back up on top. I'll tell you, he's not real good with those legs, but so far he's been good enough. Just can't. Who's Dominic Ellis? Is that who we have?
That's why I have a 138 on my sheet.
Yeah, he just can't seem to get up out of there. Now his kid's trying to reach underneath there for. Well, he was trying to go for a 3/4. He gave that up. He's got a cross. Little sit out by the bottom wrestler, trying to get some hand control to come up to their feet and out of bounds.
So we're at 53.7 remaining here.
Still 2-0 in favor of Cockerton.
In the second period.
Caleb seems to be doing a job on top. Gets a little sloppy at times, but Dominic hasn't been able to get out.
No, he hasn't actually.
He's got him flat again right there.
Yeah, Brown's done a nice job. I mean, holding on to every point. Well, I mean, it's only 2 points, but.
He's hanging on.
Yep.
The other kid doesn't have any. He's been close, but he's got his hips down too low again. He's going to get shaken off this time. Tell you what, he surprises me, though.
He does. He brings him right back into the gut wrench.
He seems to be able to hang on there. He gets those hips mighty low. 15 seconds.
Just we thought Ellis was going to get away a couple times. Brown reels him right back in.
Reels him in and got him flat. We're going to go into the third period here with a score 2-0 in favor of Cockerton.
That's the way it's going to happen.
Cockerton will have his choice, see if he takes down or top or neutral. We'll see what he's going to do. What's he going to do, Coach? He's going to take down. See if he can get out.
Why not at this point? I mean, third period.
Yeah, try to get
points
some
are at a premium.
That's right. He can get another one here if he can get up out of there.
He knows matched up right now. Ellis hasn't put him in any kind of, position.
No, Ellis hasn't been able to do anything off the bottom.
Kind of a risk though, because I mean, actually Ellis, a little bit better of a record. So, but we don't know where that record stands against his, competition. So.
Right. Yeah, you don't know what the competition is. He's just riding parallel here. He's got to get busy to try to turn him because he's the one that's losing.
Yeah, he's got to make those points.
He's got to tilt here. He's trying this little 2-on-well tilt here, but he doesn't have it hooked up very good.
Yeah, I like that strategy by the coach. Make him earn it. Dare him. A 120 remaining here in the third period. Brown and Ellis.
Yeah, Brown's got to get moving off the bottom. No, he's only got a 2-point lead. You want to get up out of there. Ellis is riding him tough.
That's right, Ellis. I mean, he can get him worn down enough.
Yeah, he's got time to turn him yet. He's gonna have to get going though. He's the one that's losing, and Ellis doesn't, or Brown doesn't really have to get out of there. Ellis has got to be the one to force the action here.
The referee might be calling stalling here pretty soon.
Well, he's riding him pretty parallel. Now he might have a tilt here. Nope, not quite.
Now it's about the second one, and both times Brown's,
shaking it off.
Yeah.
Gets that arm up in the air like that. He needs to put that half in there. Still riding them parallel, and neither one of them are doing a whole lot, really.
25 seconds remaining here in the third period.
Yeah, and the wrestler on top hadn't done a thing. There, he called Green for stalling, which would be the Cockerton kid. Green's home. But he's just going to lay there and get the win. Cash wrestler being Ellis, he just didn't do enough on top.
Tried to get that turn, 2 seconds.
He doesn't have it. He didn't do enough on top. That's all. He loses 2-0 for Cochran. That was a tight match, but
they worked.
Yeah, Ellis just didn't do enough. Got that opening takedown, and he hung on to it. So now we should be up to 145.
Yeah, Boozer 3-9 going up against Peyton Hearn 12-1.
This Boozer boy's a freshman.
Yeah, Hearn 12-1 right now. He's been over there chomping at the bit for the last 10 minutes in his warm-ups. I expect this to be done in 50 seconds or less.
This is Hearn, 12-1. He's a stout little guy.
Yeah, like I said, he's been chomping at the bit for the last 10 minutes on the side.
These Boozers, they come from a long line of wrestlers, though. You don't want to underestimate him. Even though this kid's a freshman, this Justin. 3-9 record.
Good block on the shoot.
Ear lap to ear lap there.
Yeah, 29-13, Cash with the lead over Cochran in the team score.
There's a nice single. Tried to pick it up, but didn't quite get it, though.
Yeah, Boozer is blocking him out.
Yeah.
Keeping him honest.
There's a shot by Boozer. He's going to get rewind. I thought he was going to both back up on their feet. A lot of muscle tone for the.
Very fit. Yeah. Peyton Hearn.
He's only a sophomore, huh? Well put together sophomore. Got that Russian tie and it worked it out of bounds.
Tell you what, my apologies. I called this way too early.
Well, you're past 50 seconds. I know.
I'm ashamed of myself, actually.
Another shot. Got a front headlock on him there now.
Yeah, 2 Boozers on the roster, Brooks and Justin.
And the other one, there's another one, that Dalton Boozer, but he's not wrestling tonight. He's been sick, I guess, so he's out for tonight's action.
Well, a long line there. We've got a line of them already on the roster now. Down to 20 seconds. 0-0 so far.
Yep, really hasn't been very many good shots here tonight. We see the Davis kid put on a fine exhibition for Cochran, and
yeah, he did.
Yeah, the Cash, one of them Cash kids, I forget which one it was, that Laird put on in a good round. No score, going into 2.
They got the crowd a little bit fired up.
Yep, Cochran's choice. Defer, see what Cash does now. He's gonna take down. Ricky Hogue trying to give him instructions out there. Rick was a good one. There's a nice little switch real quick for 2 points. Oh, he didn't give it yet, but that's, I don't know what he's waiting for. There it is. Now he's got that half stuck in there, pulling up that down arm. Referee's counting. He's putting some pressure on him now. I think that was a bad move to take down.
Yeah.
Pin.
That's it. Yeah, 137 here in the second period.
Yeah, well, it beats your 50 seconds. He still whacked him pretty good.
Yeah.
So that puts 6 up there for.
Yeah, he played a good first period against.
35-13 for Cash. Now where are we at here?
Coming up to 152, I believe. It's going to be Brooks Boozer and Patrick Mitchell.
Mitchell 1-7, junior.
Yeah.
And what's Patrick's record? Let me try to find him here.
I got Brooks Boozer. Do you have Patrick?
Boozer.
8-6.
There it is. Yeah, 8-6. And he's a senior. We got 2 senior wrestlers going against each other here.
35-13. Cash with the lead over Cochran in team score.
Well, let's see who gets the first takedown here.
Only 2 more wrestlers remaining for Cochran, and after this.
Oh, that's right. We're going to get into them forfeits again, aren't we?
Yeah, Tatters and Miller's the only ones on the standby right now.
Well, at the beginning of the match, though, they announced this Benninger at 170, but the coach earlier said they didn't have anybody at 170, so
I'm still not even seeing anybody at 170.
we'll see.
Well, that'll throw everything off for us. And
Well, let's
You
hope we're
can't
not
have
throwing them.
that.
I don't know why they don't announce them before each, Armstrong comes down, they do a heck of a job for the community and all
Yeah.
these different schools. We'll be on the air again next week, I guess.
yeah, that's right. We've got 2 or 3 matches, so we're going to have to force ourselves to get along and do this. I just hope you win some money.
Well, I'm going to have a redraw on this ticket. So I haven't heard the winner yet, so I don't know what's going on. I'm going to have to check into it.
Yeah, Boozer 2 points.
Nice takedown he had. Got the one-on-one on this side.
First period down to 25 seconds.
Got a gut wrench and a one-on-one. See if we can get him turned. If I recall right, they had a Boozer girl wrestling down here a few years ago. We did her match. She was pretty tough.
Remember Raven?
Oh yeah, from
Cash. Yeah,
she
we
was
saw her
tough
for a couple
too.
years.
Yeah.
Tough little kid. Let's say tough kid, tough young lady.
Yeah.
Yeah, finished her senior year last year.
Well, it looks like that first period's going to end here, 2-0 in favor of Cockerton.
So yeah, not much more than what you're seeing right now.
No, they don't have to announce too much when they don't do too much. So Cash is going to start in a down position.
Yeah, 35-13. Team score. Cash on top of Cochrane. And the red mat indicates we are in Cochrane.
We are in Cochrane, the Cochrane Cardinals.
Oh, it's a great place to come. Great crowd here tonight, too.
That's a nice crowd.
Both sets of bleachers pretty much filled up.
Not bad. You got the Cochrane cheerleaders over there
Yeah.
making noise. Cash cheerleaders over here on the right-hand side.
Now they're up 35-13. So
Yeah, they're pretty quiet. There's not a lot of cheering going on.
They're going to take a
They're
chill.
kind of taking it easy.
Still,
Another match where nobody's really doing anything.
yeah, I mean, literally, this has been it.
You can see what they're doing. We don't have to say they're not doing anything because they're not doing anything. Kids work hard, though. It's a tough sport.
That is.
It's a tough sport.
Even to neutralize another wrestler like this,
That's right.
you got to be in top physical shape to even be out there.
These kids got to watch their diet. They got to
Absolutely.
weigh in. You know, they got schoolwork to do and all that other stuff. It's a tough sport.
Yeah.
You know, baseball was always fun. Practice was fun. You know, wrestling practice is not fun.
No.
You're in there working and sweating and people beating on your head.
Conditioning, and then get people beating on your head, conditioning.
Right. Still 2-0 with 30 seconds to go in this period in favor of Cockerton.
Yeah, down to 25 seconds now.
We got a stall on the red. Actually, red must be Cockerton. See, green's usually home.
Right, red
But
must be
they're
Cochrane.
all in red, so that might be called on a Cockerton wrestler. I didn't really see a stall there, but
Yeah, down to 2 seconds. That's where it's going to end.
sometimes these referees will change, you know, because of the uniform colors. Yeah, 2-0 for Cockerton. Team score 35-13 for Cash.
It's been pretty. I tell you what, the referee I think has had
He's had a nice job.
done a nice job and had a pretty easy go. No injury timeout so far. I mean,
Yeah, no blood.
knock
no
on
nothing.
wood. I mean,
Right.
it's been real clean. You know, I don't think he's issued any warnings.
No. There's a reversal.
Yeah.
4-0.
4-0 for Boozer right now.
Yeah, Boozer's doing a. Tell you, he did a nice job riding him in that second period. I expect him to do the same thing here. Good possibility this match will win 4-0.
Yeah. It's always nice coming out. You get to see Sean Ford, athletic director.
He does a nice job down
He can
here.
dunk a basketball. I don't know if you knew that or not. He's very athletic.
No, I didn't realize he could do that.
Oh, yeah. 2 hands.
I could probably dunk one if I had one of them springboards.
I'd have to pay somebody to dunk it for me. 4-0. 4-0 Boozer staying on top right now, grinding it out with Mitchell.
Now if he steps out to the side here, he can tilt this kid, get some extra points, but he's got to step.
Down to 55 seconds.
Step over his head. There you go. Oh, he rolled right through it.
Reversal.
And out of bounds they go. So it's still 4-0, and Cochran and Boozer still in control.
Yeah, he couldn't reverse it. Coach Russo's like, come on, man.
Yeah, Russo's giving the kid a little, say, get yourself out there and get moving.
Yeah, he had a chance to reverse that and kind of let it go.
I think it's Russo. I don't know where he's from, but I'm sure he was got, of course, a tremendous wrestling background probably. But we've seen him the last couple of years out there at Cochran. He does it. I mean, Cash, he does a nice job.
This program's been coming along.
I think he's
greatly.
a fiery little guy, really. He does a nice job. He took over for Tom Courtney was the coach out there.
24 seconds remaining. 4-0 right now. Boozer still at the lead. Trying to get the turn here in the third period with 13 remaining.
All he got to do is stay right where he is. I do believe it's going to end 4-0, Lon.
I completely agree with your estimation.
Oh, boy. Now
almost.
I'll tell you what, he threw that cross face in there from left field, didn't he?
Yeah, he did.
Right field, actually. He's coming around the right side. So he picks up 3 more points for Cochran and makes the score 35-16.
Yeah, make it respectable. Now we're getting down to the 160. Got Tatters.
Who do we got here? Scott Miller is 4-4. He's a senior.
Yeah.
Looks like he's got a bad shoulder. And who do we have?
Tatters out there right now.
A freshman at 1-5. Senior against a freshman. Let's see how this works out.
And he's got the shoulder apparatus on there.
He's got a lot more movement too than the freshman kid.
Yeah, Evan Gerber 2-8 against the young Tatters. Is that Caden or I don't know what you have on your roster there.
Yeah, Caden Tatters, 1-5 freshman.
And it's going to go out of bounds. 1:21 remaining. Lon Wilson, Dave Carr hanging out with you here in Cochran, Pennsylvania. 35-16 Cash in the driver's seat on tonight's matchup.
I think this is the Miller kid for Cash, not Gerber. I think it's Miller.
Said Gerber. Actually, you're right. It is Scott Miller, 4-4.
Yeah.
4-4, 4-6.
Yeah.
50,
no score.
54 seconds remaining. 35-16 Cash. Again, the program looks good.
Yeah, both these programs are all right.
Well, they got a couple tough wrestlers on that squad too.
Well, you know, when you're missing 3 or 4 kids out of your lineup,
right?
It's hard to be competitive. Not too many. You know, you're giving up 24 points. It's pretty hard. This freshman's hanging in there anyhow. They're just kind of dancing around with each other.
Yeah, going to go to the second period here with absolutely nothing to show for it.
Right, there really wasn't any shots even taken.
No, they're not even a Facebook friend request in there. I mean, nothing.
Okay, we'll see what happens here. Choice goes to Cochran, he defers. Cash take down. Got to turn around the other way, buddy. There you go.
Second period about ready to start.
Yeah, it is. Uh-oh, we got a caution on red. Okay, red is Cash because that's who the caution was. He had his hands behind the line.
Right.
So, yep. this referee's doing it the right way. He didn't switch bands just to make it easier for himself.
Obviously got some good experience. He's been level-headed and
this Powell guy, he's from that Commodore Prairie area. He had a son that wrestled down there. He had his son, I can't remember what his name was, but he was a good wrestler for Commodore Prairie. He's been out of school a long time, and I see the dad now is obviously still staying with the program, being an official.
And 1:15 remaining here in the second period, and again, it's just kind of been
nothing.
Nothing, yeah.
Right. It's kind of been nothing.
Not much to talk about.
This freshman's got a little bar in on this one side, but now he's got the one over here. Now if he keeps going, he's got a nice tilt job going there. We let him get
those legs spread out there.
He got to now put the half in. Get the half in there. Tilt him. Get on your toes, chest to chest. Pull that down arm up. Oh, but don't let him go all the way through.
Yeah, still hold 3.
He picked up 3 on a near fall. 3-0 in favor of Cockerton.
Caden Tatters taking the lead here.
He worked that real nice, other than the fact he let him roll through it.
Down to 20 seconds now, 3-0 second period.
This freshman's doing a nice job.
Yeah, he is.
We figure this is Scott Miller. Now he's got it on his bad shoulder. He's got it locked up there. Get yourself out here and turn it.
I mean, that kind of makes it a target, doesn't it?
There we go. Sure it does. He's got him over there again, too. He might. Oh, boy, if he had a couple more seconds, I think he'd have pinned him. How many did he get? 2. So it's 5-0 going into the third period in favor of Tatters, right?
Yeah, Caden Tatters at 160.
Tatters. In the old days, there's a nice switch. See that nice quick switch?
Wow, nice. Yeah, Tatters.
I tell you what, this kid from Cache, I think, is about giving up.
Yeah, Miller, he's 4-4 for Cache. Just he might be wrestling injured and just not.
Yeah, just not up to it.
Just not 100% out there.
This freshman's done a nice job, though. He really has. He's done a nice job.
Yeah, I mean, taking nothing away from Tatters on this.
No, he's done some.
He's been the aggressor.
Done some nice moves. He was quick off the bottom. That's the key, you know. Get yourself off that bottom. Now he's reaching under for the low arm again. Got some more points coming here. Reverse the half. Pick up that down arm. Be nice if you get your chest. Reverse the half again, buddy. Reverse your half. There you go. Reverse that and get chest to chest and pin him. Right there.
It's on Tatters.
What are you waiting for, ref?
There you go. And Caden Tatters gives the crowd something to cheer about here at home.
I had to talk him through that, though.
You did. In fact, kudos to you.
So the score now is 35-16.
Actually, no, it bumped it to
22.
22,
I'm sorry.
yeah.
I'm sorry. 30 in favor of Cache. Now here comes a forfeit for Cache, which will make it now what 41-22. We do have another wrestler here, though.
Yeah, we do. We got
182.
We actually got one match left.
Yeah, 182.
Yeah, forfeit here too.
This was a forfeit. Oh, this is 195 then.
Yeah.
Blake Miller, 7-6 senior. So heading into this final match,
we'll go against
the scores
Kozar.
Yeah, the score's 47-22 for Cache. And we got Blake Miller, 7-6 senior.
Tell you, 195. They're pretty fit.
Kozar is a
pretty
senior,
lean.
10-3.
Yeah, a couple lean 195s.
Yeah.
Remember last year, a kid from Jamestown at 190.
Oh yes, yes.
He won that match against that kid from Sagertown too.
Yeah.
Nothing lean about him. He just.
Of course, I follow a lot of wrestling. seen a couple, 3 or 4 matches this year. I've seen some good ones. Sagertown had a really great match against Fort LaBeouf. They had another great match against Harbor Creek. And they won the Tool City tournament last weekend.
Right.
It's the first time that a Crawford County school other than Meadville has won that tournament.
What are the Meadville programs doing this year?
Oh, they're coming around. I understand they're starting like 8 freshmen.
Wow.
We'll get to see them against McDowell in a few weeks. McDowell and Meadville up there.
Yeah, 0-0 right now here in the first period, 195. Yeah, Blake Miller for Cochrane and John Kozar, 10-3 for Cash. So far, nothing but hand checking, and
there was a bad shot there.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, Kozar just flattened him on that shot.
Out of bounds. Well, I hope our director doesn't have to do too much changing of names when he reviews this, seeing as they didn't do any announcing down here.
Well, they got interns and executive producers back there.
Is that what they got at
Yeah.
Okay.
33 seconds remaining now in the first period.
There's a nice little pick when it got him right over. Oh, he didn't get it, though. He wiped it away.
No, he didn't.
He's going to get it. He ended up getting it himself. Blake Miller ended up.
Yeah, nice work by Miller, yeah.
Yeah. I thought he was going to be in trouble there. He rolled right through it and got the 2-point for a takedown. Kozar up on his feet and escapes for 1. What do we got now? See, you mentioned all this before.
I said knock on wood the last 2 times except that last time.
That's right. You put the big jinxer on her. We got some blood flowing.
Yeah. Well, we've been going wall to wall here with the coverage.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we take a look at it right out of the gate. Cochrane comes out swinging. 2 pinfalls in a row, Kohler and Pyatt.
Yeah.
And then Davis.
That Davis.
For Cochrane, he got a technical, actually, couple technical falls produced by Cochrane tonight.
Right, and then that freshman who just got finished, he got a pin.
Oh, you need a pen? Here, my executive producer here, Jeff Corey, needs a pen.
He's trying to tell us something.
Yeah, he is. He's writing it out. He doesn't speak, folks, but in fact, let's get a good shot of him right here.
You don't want to upset him.
Yeah, he did some math here. It would be right now. That's interesting. Look at that, Dave. Without the forfeits, it would be 22-23. Cash still with a 1-point lead.
This would be the final go-around. This would be a nice match.
That's a good observation on Jeff Corey's part. He is a mathematician by nature, known to count things. So, yeah, this match would have really, with those 2 missing wrestlers, yeah, I don't know if that would have been, no, it would have
well, you never how it would have turned out, but it would have been nice to see.
Might have drawn a little bit closer.
So we'll be able to tell maybe Cochrane will they won't actually win it, but they would have won the bouts that were wrestled. If Miller can come through with a victory here, and he has now he's tied up 2-2.
Yeah, because Cochrane's come through on some of their matches, and
the kids that wrestled did a nice job. That Davis wrestler, I'll tell you, he's a nice wrestler. He's
11-3 now on the year, 112 remaining.
I expect to see him down the road or ways in the sections and districts. He'll do a nice job.
So did you spend the whole time down at the Tool City tournament?
Actually, I didn't get to see any of it.
Really? Wow.
This year I was busy. I do have a job.
I thought you retired.
Well, I am, but I work part-time for the Robert W. Wade Funeral Home. I'll sneak that in there just in case,
You throw a little plug hole in there.
Yeah, I got a little plug in there maybe. We got 2-2 here, out of bounds.
Yeah, 30.2 remaining.
We got some loose tape going on there now, and I think we got more blood flowing.
We got tape issues. We got blood flowing. Craziness happening out here.
That's Crawford County Sports Medicine over there.
Yeah.
She's a first aider. I don't know who she is, but she's with one of the first aiders. And what little work she's had to do tonight, she's done it well.
Yep. We did have the ambulance crew, paramedics in here.
Yeah, but I think that was for something else. I hope somebody was seriously hurt. But
yeah, I don't know what was going on, but
they must have went out the back door because I don't recall seeing them going out the front.
It was for neither one of us. We know that.
Yeah, I went to see my heart doctor gave me a clean bill of health today. So. So I'm good. I'll probably drop dead tomorrow, but he said I was good today.
Yeah. And lucky me, I'm going to get my own heart doctor here pretty soon. Be part of that exclusive club.
Yeah, yeah. Comes with age.
Yeah, it comes with poor choices as well.
Yeah, that happens too.
Make no bones about that.
Yeah, that's true. Third period, scores 2-2. Get back to this match. It's been a pretty good match being the score still only 2-2. They've been hustling and working. Miller's up on his feet. Guy heel trips him back down. He lost him though. 3-2 for Miller. See if Miller can pull this out.
Yeah, 125, yeah.
125, 3-2 for Miller. Team score 47-22 for Cash.
Excuse me, yeah. Out of bounds, going to bring him back. And as Jeff Corey pointed out, that was an amazing stat. I never thought about that.
I wasn't thinking about it at all, but yeah.
I thought we're too numerous with the forfeits.
But actually, Cochran, the matches that were wrestled, Cochran has done a nice job.
Yeah, minute 17 remaining right now, so.
Yeah, what are they? They're actually down 1 point with the matches that were wrestled.
Right. Yeah, Cash would be only up by 1 point.
Russo's giving instructions over there.
That's right.
He's a fiery little guy.
Yeah.
I don't know. He didn't give me his name of his assistant. I don't really know who that is.
All business.
Well, we got a minute and 17 seconds to go in this match. The score is 3-2 in favor of Miller.
Yeah, good matchup. Not much action, but these two have been.
They're going after each other.
Yeah, they are.
There's a nice single, and he missed it.
I think that's what Coach Russo might have been trying to get him to get that, start shooting and get aggressive here. You got nothing to lose with a minute 4 left. Down points are a premium right now. But then again, you've seen it, I've seen it. Points can come in buckets in a matter of 2 to 3 seconds.
They can come quick. There's a nice single. He doesn't have it yet, though. He's got to get his hips up. There's 2. He lost it right at the line. He lost it. 4-2 now in favor of Cash.
44.7.
This kid's got to get off the bottom. Miller's got to get off the bottom. See if he can get off the bottom here. Get this thing tied up.
Kozar's 10-3.
Yep. There wasn't much movement there. Now he's up on his feet, getting the hand control. See, he didn't quite get the hand. Here comes a switch.
Can't get it in.
Nope. He's got to get hand control. He's not controlling the kid's hands.
No, he left it
there. And then when he did, he got out.
He left it right there for Blake Miller just to push away both times.
Yep.
Right now, 4-4. I guess save the best for last, huh?
Yeah.
The crowd's all excited and fired up.
That's right. We had the blood time. Now we might have overtime.
That's right.
20 seconds, 4-4. Who's going to want this bad enough here?
That's what it's going to come down to. 15 seconds remaining. 4-4.
There's a shot. Nice single. He's in on a single. Trying to sprawl. He's got a cross face in there.
7 seconds.
Got his hands. He's got to break his hands. He's got to put his hand. Now he's coming up. Oh!
Did he get it? They won 2. He's got it. Oh, pulls it out in the last second.
Right at the buzzer. 6-4 in favor of Kozar.
Yeah, Kozar gets his 2 points, and no shame to Miller. He did a hell of a job.
That was a nice job. Now, match is over with. The score being 50-22 in favor of Cash.
There we go, 50-22. That'll settle the score.
Well, we had a nice match tonight. The matches that were wrestled, they were interesting.
Yeah, we did. We had some good, hard matches. So.
And we'll be on the road again next week somewhere.
That's right, packing up the travel gear. You and I are going to throw on the singlets next week and actually get out there and.
Well, I don't know if they got one big enough for me. I don't know if
they have
about
one. They don't have enough fabric for me. Hey, folks, for Jeff Corey, Lon Wilson, David Carr, enjoy your night. Take care. Cochrane again, down by Cache, 50-22. Have a great night.